still in effect for a little bit longer, and there's an invest out there, Dr. Navarro.
Yeah, this is Invest 94L. It was just designated here just moments ago. It's good thing it's not close to home, this one.
Right.
Well away in the Atlantic. That's certainly what we like to see. But nonetheless, we do have a well-defined area here. This is a well-defined low pressure. But notice, this doesn't look very tropical.
Doesn't look,
right?
yeah, real exciting here.
Yeah, actually, if you look at it, we'll show the satellite in just a second. It has more of a comma shape, which is more typical of mid-latitude storms. This one is not entirely tropical, if it's tropical at all. It has a lot of subtropical characteristics. So we're giving this one a 40% chance because it does have the opportunity here to develop into a tropical system over the next couple of days. It's likely going to linger here well out into the Atlantic, so no impacts to land from this one. But just showing you that the hurricane season is still alive. We're losing our visible satellite imagery here, but it again looks more like a comma than anything else, Chris. So it's not entirely tropical.
Okay.
But as we head into late October and now the first part of November, notice that this is an area that lights up. We do see a lot of dots that generate out in the Atlantic, but things generally from this point on will quiet down. We're not going to be seeing a lot of development.
And it's tough too. This is also, I think, rather telling too, isn't it? In the fact that they're all kind of going like this. We get the fronts that will come through and sort of fend these off, won't they?
Yeah, it's almost like a shield to the east part of the U.S. You get these big troughs that move in and steer a lot of these storms out to sea. But it's not out of the question that we can get some of those storms move into land. And we saw that nearly 5 years ago today. Sandy, the 5-year anniversary was yesterday, where it made landfall into New Jersey. And again, we all remember a deadly storm with a very big wind field. This is a look at the upper level winds here. And notice how much is covered in red. It's hard to see where the land is, but just a very, very big storm that had non-tropical characteristics. So it's not, we get these hybrid systems often as these storms head off a little bit further north because they start combining with the upper level flow in the other areas, so they're not entirely tropical. But we look at the latter part of October and we do still see those landfalls, but notice that a lot of these areas aren't lit up because it's not very common to get it this time of the year.
But if it's going to happen, there's also that area in the Caribbean that's worth watching too, right? In the Western Caribbean?
Absolutely, yeah. We certainly do not keep our eyes off the Caribbean because conditions are generally still favorable there through November. So even though these numbers are going down, Chris, we still can get it.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Navarro. Let's go back to Jennifer in the studio.
Savannah, obviously a great place to do some trick-or-treating. Let's have a look across the country for tomorrow night. And as you get out there and do some trick-or-treating, Miami should be nice and mild with the temperatures in the 70s. Dallas, Fort Worth, right down 35 here in Texas. We are looking out for some rain for trick-or-treating and a cold rain around North Texas with the temperatures in the 50s. Chicago, temperatures should be right around the 40s to the upper 30s. We head to the west, not bad. Temperatures around Los Angeles into the 60s for a time for trick-or-treaters. Vegas should be in the 70s. Denver could be finding those cooler readings around with the middle 40s in place. Now again, these temperatures around 6 to 7 o'clock at night tomorrow night. Minneapolis just above the freezing mark, but Cleveland, you're also going to be in the upper 30s, and in St. Louis, a little bit of a chilly air with the temperatures in the low 40s. Heading farther south, New Orleans looks pretty nice with the temperatures in the upper 60s. Raleigh, though, just below the 60-degree mark with the upper 50s. A powerful storm leads